It's time to crack on with the Champions League group. It's all gone a little bit wrong. We're playing Paris St Germain at home. Form has been questionable. We still haven't lost the game, but form has been questionable. Roll the intro. Hello and welcome back to Maribor Save. I'm Culture Left Foot and it's a pleasure to have you with me. If we start on the schedule screen, we were last together to the 3-2 loss against Dortmund. We went on and beat Celje 3-0. Then we beat Versailles 3-0 as well. Goal scorers, Camargo got a double, the centre-back got a brace, and Paul Radford got a goal. Michael Mitchell got a goal, Chleld, and then an own goal against Versailles. We played Paris St Germain and lost 2-1 away in Paris. It was... I was going to say unlucky. We thoroughly deserved to lose. We weren't very good at all. Stanko Hamzabegovic scored with our only shot on target. Juan Tapia then got sent off on the 61st minute. But we managed to not concede any more goals. So our goal difference didn't take a big hit. Unfortunately, Borussia Dortmund beat Celtic 4-0 or 5-0. So they've got a bit of a gap on us now in points and a bit of goal difference as well. After that, we played Kirkenover Mesto with Michael Mitchell getting a goal. As you can see, you can tell from Michael Mitchell playing, I am rotating the team still. We played NK Cooper in a very entertaining game. We went, they got a man sent off. Then we went 3-0 up with goals from Cardos and Hamzabegovic. And then Landers got sent off for 2 yellow cards. And then Joseph Mustafa, about 30 seconds later, got sent off for 2 yellow cards. Both of them for a tackle from behind. And now we've just had a 3-3 mental game against MK Donzale. We went 1-0 up through Jaka Pavlin, 2-0 up through Cardos, 2-1 through Saric. Then Cespedes got us back and comfortable with 2-goal lead in the 52nd minute. Then Miao Rosman scored for them a minute later. And Ayub Msilla, our ex-player, as Football Manager always does this, scored against us. Annoyingly, that was his first goal and his first assist in the league for Domzale since we sold him to him, and they both came against us. It's like the game's programmed to do these things. Anyway, that brings us on to today where we're going to play Paris St Germain. We're at home in Slovenia. We are missing Tapia because he is suspended after his red card against Dortmund. Other than that, we've got a pretty much full strength squad to pick from Europe. And I think I'm going to stick with the 3 at the back formation because it's given us defensive solidarity in these big games. And I think we probably would have got a draw against Dortmund if I hadn't have changed the tactic. We played very well against Paris St Germain using this formation. So I think I'm going to stick with this formation, use it again and see how it goes and try not to jump too quickly into changing it. The only thing to report on is that Hadji is now pissed off because I'm not playing him. And I said, well, calm down, you know, there's loads of football to play. He took that as an excuse and then came back to me 2 weeks later and actually admitted I don't think I'm at the right level to be playing for this standard of football. So he's on the transfer list. He's wanted by a few clubs. We're going to try and get 4 million for him, which would give us a profit on him, which would be good. Because when we bought him, he was 29. So I think he's just about to turn 32 or 31. Let's have a look. So he's 31 and he's just turned 31. So yeah, it would be good to get a bit of profit on someone like that. Stats, they're not brilliant. They're not doing... He's still good, but we've got better wingers at the club. And yeah, he won't be missed. He's hardly played for us this season. 7 games, so not played at all really. Hasn't hit the heights of what he did last year. He was very good for us last year, but as I say, we've bought better wingers in this year and he's not getting that much game time. Anyway, other than that, really nothing else to discuss. I'm keeping my eye... I say nothing else to discuss, and then I'm going to go on to discuss something else. Keeping my eye on the Slovenian manager because they're not doing very well. They sit second bottom of their group with only Moldova below them. They've won 1 game, and that was when they played Moldova away. They couldn't even beat Moldova at home. I think after this game, once they've realised they haven't qualified, if we just look at their group, here they are. If we look at their group, hopefully you can see that above my head. They're definitely not going to qualify, so I hope once that's confirmed, he might get the old boot, and then we'll get in and take that job. I don't see why they wouldn't give it to me, but that's the plan. We'll go in and apply for the Slovenian job as soon as it becomes available and see where we go. But now there is nothing else to discuss and we'll get on to the game day. See you there. Okay, welcome back. So this is how we line up. Bacola is in goal. Ricardo has beat Pavlin of the back 3. Gleesing, Lopez and Landers play in front of them. Deutschmann and Mustafa make up the midfield too. Hamsbergovic and Cardos start up front. On the bench we have Big Mac, Takacs, Lovric, Cespedes, Carlos, Aitama and Chleld. Aitama coming back from injury on the bench. Favoured ahead of Sam left foot, just because he's a much better player. They line up in their 4-2-3-1. They'll probably be going for it. Recep Usta is their danger man. A very, very good striker. World-class striker. As you have, 76 million he's worth. They bought him for 44.5. He scored lots of goals every year and has performed very well. So let's see how this goes. I've told the guys to go out there and get revenge for the first leg result, where that's probably quite inappropriate because they absolutely smashed us. Similar to how if you remember the Celtic game, we absolutely bossed them when I went through that. Paris St Germain did exactly the same to us. They had something like 30 odd shots compared to our 2, and we only had 1 on target. But Cardos is in, Hamsbergovic shoots, and Guillaume in goal makes the save, and we've had the first shot and it went on target. So we've already matched our total for the last time we played them. Whether that's a good or a bad thing, we're probably just about to find out. As they put a ball in, Pavlin heads it clear. Sandoval picks up the Herons. Delaney, Diaz into Pusic. Ariza tackled well by Landers. Mustafa clears to Cardos. He brings it away, running at the defence. He beats one into Hamsbergovic. He shoots and Guillaume makes a good save again. And we've already been more attacking in this game than we were in the first leg. Mustafa cleared by Mendes. Cardos picks it up. Gets round one. Couldn't get the cross in. It's cleared for another corner. It is a corner. And we just got to keep this pressure on them. Lopez takes the corner. In it goes. Sandel clears. Mustafa's there. Picks it up. What can he do? He's dilly-dallied on it a little bit. But won a free kick after Mendes has fouled. And that's the end of that highlight. And that's annoying because I thought we were in a good position for that free kick. But obviously we didn't do much with it. Lopez wins it very well. We are restricting Paris St Germain quite well here. As Cardos receives it on the halfway line. He's running at them again. He's tackled by Puchkov. But Ricardo picks up the clearance to Lopez. Gleesing is tackled by Mendes. Dolani to Said. Saidi Gleesing got back really well. Deutschmann with a good ball forward to Hamsbergovic. Puchkov clears. Ricardo. Lopez. Hamsbergovic to Mustafa. He's got Cardos in space. There's space on the left wing. Oh, he shoots. And it goes just wide. And we are playing very, very well at the moment. And as you can see, Dortmund are 3-1 up against Celtic. And we sort of need to win this to close the gap on them because I think we'll beat Celtic. Whether we can beat Hamsbergovic has put it into the top corner, interrupting my own thought there. I was too busy looking at the Champions League table, turned round and saw Hamsbergovic had put it in. So we'll have to see that in 3D. So Mustafa laid it to Landers into Cardos. Cardos with a lovely little ball round. Paris St Germain peeling for offside. First time Hamsbergovic puts it in on the half volley. A great goal there from the striker. And as you can see from the group, that now opens it up because now if we beat Dortmund, and then I'm confident we'll beat Celtic, we'll be going through from this group. And it will all come down to that game at home against Dortmund. And, well, first off, we've got to just play well here, really, haven't we? We've got to keep this going and try and keep a clean sheet. As Pulisic comes forward, he beats one, beats two, into Diaz, shoots. We haven't kept a clean sheet, it's 1-0. Bollocks. Absolute bollocks. Didier Diaz scores a wonderful goal from long range. Pulisic did well. He beat this Mustafa there. Then beat Lopez. Diaz takes a first time shot. Bacola could probably do better, but I don't want to judge him too harsh because we know the goalkeeper animations are terrible on Football Manager. Ariza comes forward to Diaz. Deleani back to Ariza. Holds the ball. He's sort of blocked. Pusic picks it up to Sandoval. Out back to Pusic. They're not pushing their fullbacks on too much, but Diaz into Delani. He's got some space. Ustar shoots. It's pretty tame, and Bacola picks it up. Long ball forward looking for Cardos, but he was never going to get on the end of that. So the highlight ended. But it's half time, and it's 1-1. So this is okay at the moment. Jaka Pavlin's not having a brilliant game. I'm going to... Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to let Pedersen take it. And he's got them firing all on green, so that's good. I'm trying to figure this out. So if we can get 6 points from our next 2 games, Dortmund are likely... Well, that means Dortmund would lose to us and then are likely to use the PSG, which means we would go through. But that's a lot of ifs and buts. As Pulisic is there, Mustafa tackles well and clears. Cardos picks up the clearance. Tries to get past his man, but can't. Ariza comes forward, out to Saidi. Saidi looking to go around Gleesing, but he can't get around Lucas Gleesing. And somehow PSG got a throw out of that. Said brings it down to Diaz. Pulisic to Usta. Round the corner to Ariza. Makes a bit of space for himself. Cuts back. Usta's there, and it's 2-1. And this is shit. really, really bad. If it stays like this, we can still go through. We've just got to absolutely pummel Celtic and definitely beat Dortmund. So, yeah, it's annoying that this is happening because we've actually played quite well. I'm going to give them a little team talk. Just say, assertively, let's demand some more. Come on. Lopez, out to Ariza. Ariza picks it up. Mustafa can't get there. Saeed turns, shoots. Bacola touches it wide. And it's all PSG at the moment. And I think we're going to just have to make some changes. So I don't really want to run at them anymore. That's not working. Let's work it into the box. And we'll mix up the passing a bit. Lower the tempo. Don't prevent. We can drop back a little bit if we want. And we'll play normal. Normal line. Let's just try and squeeze them a little bit. And don't worry too much about keeping the possession as much as we were. So Hamsbergovic comes forward. Finds Mustafa a bit of space. Carlos has got space on the left to land as he finds him. Can they... Oh, God, it's a corner. It was a blocked cross. I thought he had just booted it off. And we need to get another goal. Pusic clears. Cardos picks it up. Cardos turns to Deutschmann. Shot. Cannons off his man. And Delaney looks to bring it away into Saidi. But nothing comes of it. As we come into the other half, NK Maribor shoots. Bacola makes a save. Landers keeps it in play and then clears it for a throw. And it's still, at the moment, it's mainly PSG with the threats on goal. Still only there. Costa's at the back post. It's 3-1. And we could be saying farewell to the Champions League. We're going to go attacking. I don't want to see that goal. We're going to go attacking. Let's not play out of defence. Don't pass into space. Don't be more expressive. Don't tightly mark them. Let's push up slightly higher. Higher the tempo. We'll go more direct. Don't need to work it into the box. Don't look for the overlap. Play balanced. Mixing up it, and Mustafa's just been sent off. Unbelievable. I mean, that's not going to help anybody, is it? That is shocking. Okay, we're going to go to this formation because I know that we can use it with 10 men. Which centre-back's been playing the worst? Pavlin has been playing the worst. He's going to come off. Sit in there. Cardos can go out to the right wing. Jaka Pavlin's going to be replaced by Luis Carlos. Dutchman can go over onto the attacking playmaker role. I mean, Hasby hasn't had a great. Gleesing hasn't had a brilliant game. It's all gone a bit shit, really, isn't it? Carlos is going to come off and be replaced by Cespedes. Cax is going to come on for Hasby. Bit more experience. Let's just see if we can get anything out of this game. We're going to be very attacking with this formation. They're probably going to pick us off. But to be honest, losing 3-1 at home to PSG, it's very disappointing. And it's probably opened up too much of a gap to Dortmund. We don't know. It all depends on the Dortmund and the Celtic games, which will now both be coming as live comms, unless we lose to Dortmund and then we've got nothing to play for against Celtic. They shouldn't really be able to catch us because of the goal difference, and I'm confident we'll beat Celtic at home. We beat them 4-0 away, so I'm pretty confident we're going to beat Celtic at home. As the time ticks down, a disappointing result, really. I think the way we started, I was quite confident. We got the lead and just then sort of capitulated. It's very similar to what we did when we played them at their place, and it was just very, very annoying. I think a bit of tactical naivety from me, maybe, to not go and change things around, and I like to play how I play. I'm sort of, I guess, Arsene Wenger-esque. I'm being very stubborn in the ways I want to play and the formation. It's annoying. It's annoying. But the time's ticking down. There's 30 seconds to go. Gleesing comes forward into Cespedes, into Carlos, to Hamsbergovic. He's tackled, and there goes our chance of getting a second goal. We have only got 10 men. I should remember that. Mustafa getting sent off is a bit of a kick in the teeth. He'll miss the game against Dortmund, which is annoying because he's one of our, if not our best player, he's one of our best players. So Dortmund have absolutely smashed Celtic again. So there we go. I think our goal difference is 0. Celtic's is -19. I can't see us not finishing third in this group, to be honest. But there we go. A very disappointing game. Mustafa is banned again. I'm going to give him a week's wage because like 2 in 3 weeks he's been sent off. Or twice in 2 weeks, sorry, he's been sent off. But better news, he has signed the new contract. Got rid of the minimum fee release clause. Gave him a bit of a wage rise. Signed it for another 5 years, which is very good. Juan Tapia also signed a new contract. We got rid of his release fee as well. Very, very good news there. And Alex Cardos has also signed a new contract. We're offering him a new contract. It's going to get rid of the minimum fee release clause. If we get relegated, he can move on a free transfer. Thank you very much for that recommendation, whoever said that. because he was willing to accept a new contract if we put that in there. So there we go, a very disappointing episode. We'll be back for the game against Celtic and then Dortmund. Well, actually, we're playing Celtic first, so if we beat Celtic, we know we've got... it all depends on the PSG Dortmund result, but we'll be back for that game against Celtic. And thanks very much for watching, guys. If you're enjoying the series, leave a like. If you're enjoying that video, please leave a like. If you're new, please subscribe, and you'll get more Football Manager content most days. I'd like to say daily, but sometimes I forget to do an episode. But yeah, thanks very much for watching, guys, and I am out of here. Cheers.